measuring value and kind of like savings versus value, it's a tricky one, but it's a hurdle that's got to be overcome by procurement.
So this is an interesting topic, and it's one that kind of sits quite close to my heart in that area, actually. So traditional procurement loves a savings tracker.
Yeah.
Okay, we love it. We do. I remember once talking to a purchasing manager that I used to work for, and he loved the rebate. Because it was easy savings, isn't it? You kind of the more I spend, the more you give me back, the more I can show for it. And it has its place. It definitely has its place. And I still have savings targets that I have to achieve each year. But then if you look at, for example, the SIPS learnings that they're rolling out now, it's no longer savings. It's the value for money.
Right.
So how do you achieve value for money? So you've got things that you've got to factor in, like whole life costs, and things of that nature, that shows the supplier that might come up the cheapest on a bid sheet might not give you the true cost efficiency that you would get from the middle range supplier, who will do all of the service wrap that you wouldn't get with the cheapest. So you've got to be able to measure value that way. And then also, and particularly in what we do as a business, it's about the value comes in from the supply chain based a lot of the time on relationship.
Yeah.
You've got to have a strong, and you were talking about the example of Madison Square Garden. The industries that we work in aren't the biggest. There isn't hundreds or thousands of suppliers that you can pick and choose from. Everyone's pretty much targeting the same work, and everyone's working together. So why not just get on with each other? It just makes more positive sense. So you've got to have, the value comes from the dependency and the reliance on each other. Having that supplier who's willing to support you, and then you support them on what opportunities that they're looking at, partnerships essentially. It also comes from understanding what you're doing and then refining it and perfecting it each time, and taking your suppliers along that journey with you. It's not fair to expect that you as a business are going through a great big transformation, and then all of a sudden you start mandating policy to them. You've got to speak to them and understand that what is their point of view, and how do we bring that along with us, because that's how you grow, and that's how you strengthen your market position.